Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Real Talk here on Shelbyville. Now it is Thursday afternoon.
It's Thursday afternoon, November the 20th.
Yeah, and we're almost on time at 4 o'clock today, Bo.
Yeah. Are we really ever on time?
Not really. I mean, but there's no set time. We can
There
try to
is.
do this around four.
Four-ish.
If we say
yeah.
around four, then we get it close.
Just draw a circle around four,
Yeah.
and we'll be in there.
But Bo, a little rain has moved in. I was looking here on radar. It looks like it might be moving out here by 5:30 maybe. It's going to be cleared out. So if you got any outdoor activities later, the weather's still kind of warm. We were just talking about this. It's going to cool off next week. Bo.
Yeah, it's unseasonably warm. I mean, it's here in the last few days, and you thought maybe this rain today it would cool it off. It's kind of kept that same temperature.
It's a little humid.
It's
too.
like a little humid.
And I know it's raining, and of course it's humid. But the humidity before it started raining. There was fog this morning.
That's what I mean. And it wasn't, I guess you say, your November weather, but it's coming. Thanksgiving, we were discussing, looks like we're going to get down in some chilly weather.
Yeah, so back to normal. 50s during the daytime, 30s at night.
So. It seems like our winters, though, here in the last few years have been really hard in January and February. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe when I was younger, it seemed it was earlier than that. But nowadays, March might even be rough.
Well, you just can't never tell.
You can't. And you know what? No one can tell. There's no global warming going on. It's just the way weather is. When they say climate change, that's right. Climate changes.
It changes. Yeah. Talking about the rain and everything, I want to just throw out there to folks that are watching and ask them their opinions on this. And this is something that's come up. There's been some wrecks out 231 at the 82 intersection where the new traffic light's been installed. They have construction going on. And I think there's probably been 4 or 5 wrecks in the last week or so. And some of them have been pretty bad. Yeah, a couple bad wrecks. And Bo, we had a intersection there before it had a light that was pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially when a big truck tried to pull out from the truck areas.
It could get scary.
You've got the truck stop market on the corner. Then you've got I think it's a Goggin truck
and warehouse.
And they've got a yard there full of trucks. They're coming in and out.
A lot of trucks.
So you've got a truck pulling out and there's no traffic light. We had to get a traffic light put up. Finally, after multiple wrecks before the light, the state decided to put a traffic light up.
And then 5 years later, after the state decided to put the light up, we got the light.
We got it.
After the decision was made, we got it. It's the state. This is the state's deal right here. So, when you see cones and signs, this is not the county.
Well, let's talk about after the light was put up for about 2 months, everybody got used to it.
Yeah.
Now we're going to put turning lanes in. So we put those barrels up.
Mm-hmm.
We put the flashing lights up. We put those dividers up. The dividers have made it so you cannot see as well. There's not as much clearance. And it's kind of confusing about how you shift lanes and stuff. And that's what's creating the wrecks.
Yeah, it is. It is very confusing. I mean, before there was nothing. It was dangerous. You were taking a shot. When you go out there, you had to be very aware. And, we get the light there. We all wanted the light. We needed the light. And we get it there. And now the road construction has really hindered the sight through there because, like you said, those dividers, they are just really tall. And at nighttime or during the rain on a day like today, it is really dangerous when you've got people that are going fast and just, and don't know the route. But it is quite a phenomenon if you think about it, that now that we got the light up, we're having more wrecks.
And it's all to the construction.
Yes.
How they laid that out is just a disaster. I mean, that's what I said.
It was done in an office by someone who probably hasn't visited the site.
They probably had never driven a car.
Probably hasn't,
obviously.
But they're probably a great engineer and a book smart.
I don't see how it could even be
I could make a bad case for that.
Yeah, but how has everybody experienced this? Are you having trouble? That's what we want to engage with you guys. What do you think? Now, understand this is not the county. It's definitely not the city. It is the state doing this.
This is the state of Tennessee. This is TDOT. And TDOT, sometimes they move at TDOT speed. This has been out here for a while. I know road construction projects take time. These are big projects. But I'm hoping that there'll be a little nudge to someone that can speed up this process because lives, I don't know if there's been a fatality. I think there has been a fatality in one of these wrecks. Regardless, there's been people injured badly, and I think this should speed up the
Yeah.
process. I mean, we've got the light now. I don't know if we should have put the roads in before the light. I don't know. I don't know if there is a perfect way.
Yeah.
But I really hope that they could speed this up. But in the meantime, everybody just
Yeah.
drive slow there. Know that
Yeah.
there's some people you may be aware, but who surrounds you might not be aware. So just be careful out there because it is dangerous.
Yeah. All right. I want to shift gears. I want to talk about, we mentioned this the other day, that pennies are gone, that our pennies are gone.
Yes.
And now I'm starting to see businesses automatically rounding up.
Yeah.
And just about everybody that's taking a card now is charging 3.5% because they're getting hammered with processing fees. My question to everybody else, do you think it's a mistake to go away from cash transactions? I've got my cap around here somewhere that says make cash great again.
Yes.
But for some reason, people think it's more convenient to hold that card up and push it in a machine, or even on this, go up and just wave it in front of a detector, and it picks up your credit card data.
No, it's too.
And how dangerous is this?
I would say hackers already have a device that could walk up next to you and just scan it back to you. If it can scan at a terminal, then it can scan if a criminal has some type of detector or something in his back pockets. We've seen this before with the gas stations. I mean, they've tampered with those, and you throw it in there, they get your material. The criminals are a lot of times ahead of the game.
Oh, I guarantee you. There's somebody right now trying to hack your phone.
Yeah, and that's why that's one of the main reasons that I am a cash man. I mean, yes, I've got a debit card, but I have it for emergencies only. And if I have, a lot of times it's easier to pay bills online.
Well, let me tell you about that. I had a situation to where I made a couple of purchases once every year for the last 3 or 4 years, once a year to the same vendor. And this year they assumed that I was going to make the same purchase. They went ahead and charged my card.
Payments.
They just went ahead and charged my card.
See,
no, okay,
that should be illegal. It is illegal.
I didn't really give authorization, but I didn't say not do it. But you're supposed to wait for authorization. Yes. I wonder how many other people have stuff hit their accounts and they don't want to sit down and check it. It might be something small.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous.
Well, it's going back to the rounding effect, our mentality of, well, if it's 304, 303, yeah, a few cents, we'll just round it up to $4. You know, let's stop this madness, y'all. I mean, if it's, look, I'm still going to use a penny, and I don't know if they're going to take it or not, but I'm not going to round up. I mean, if anything, I'm going to round down with cash.
Anita Epperson put out a post by Dave Ramsey that went down the list of why we're going to miss and the cash. You know, he just went down a list of all the things that will not happen going forward if we all decide. It's up to us.
It is.
If we quit using cash, that's our fault.
Yes, and we are.
I know.
Predominantly, we are. Start using cash. I would love to see my friends and everybody pull out a $20 bill when they pay or something. I know that you get used to all this, but I think it's just, I don't know.
This is our fault.
That's my pet peeve.
This is our fault. And I'll tell you something else that's our fault. Idiots in government are our fault.
Oh, yeah.
I'll look at just what happened with this Epstein file thing. And how did Congress unanimously pass something? They can't even order a pizza together, okay? But they unanimously passed because the release of the Epstein files, they know nothing's going to be released that's going to hurt any of them. So they voted for it, and Trump flipped his tune on it and said, oh, yeah, I'll sign it. And Senate did it with unanimous consent, okay? The problem is not them. It's us. We put the idiots in office.
Yes.
We got to push a lot of idiots out of office.
Yes, we do. And these idiots, they make promises and they say, you know, there's going to be due process, or people are going to have to pay for these crimes that they mentioned, and nothing is happening. I mean, you know, we pass something and then we reopen let's do an investigation on it, and then that'll close it off again.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're investigating. We can't release this information. So they're investigating.
So basically, it's open. We've got the records open, but we're going to investigate.
Pam Bondi stood up there and told the biggest liar I've been told. We just got some information and we're going to start. What information?
As soon as it got ready to be released. We got new information.
That's the reason it was released. That's the reason the vote was unanimous, because they knew that she was fixing to come out. It was orchestrated. These people are putting nothing on but a puppet show for us.
Yeah,
that's it.
And notice there's no names. This is the government that's happening. This is what government does when you give it too much power, when you do have too much, I guess, faith in it. Because look, even though I support and I believe in what President Trump has done for this country, and I think the other choices would have been totally destructive to our country, I have the right, and I think it is relevant for us as conservative and Americans to disagree with things and we have to be on sides of the issues and not the person. You know, I can't let it go. And I think we all need to be like that.
Well, I'll tell you something, just backing down to off the national government, our federal government, let's get down to the local government. This thing with the water the other day, the water, wastewater situation, we voted, well, we didn't vote, but the commission voted
on our behalf
to form, I don't think so, that we're going to have a committee. It started out, it was going to be a board. It changed to a committee. And the people had already been selected for this committee. Well, come to find out, Bo, the committee doesn't have a job description now.
No, they've got a motion that was made, and they've got a lot of discussion, good discussion, by the way, but
they don't have a written job description from the commission that's been voted on by the commission. And the people that were asked to be on the committee weren't given a job description before they were asked to be on the committee. So this is just like total chaos.
Yeah.
If I'm one of these people on that committee, I'm saying, okay, what's my job? And did the commission approve me to do this job? If they didn't, they need to go back and approve it.
Well, it's whoever created the committee, which in this case would be the Bedford County Board of Commissioners. You know, it wouldn't be too hard just to send it back. What is our official job description, and give them, the people that created the committee, the power to tell you what your job description is.
But
now this may happen.
But the problem with that, Bo, is the commission hadn't voted on the job description.
No, they haven't.
And they're supposed to.
You're right.
But I mean, this is total incompetence of not following proper procedure the way government works. And as long as the people keep putting people in office that choose to just skip the proper steps and skip the proper procedure, it's our fault.
You're right, because what they're going off of is a lot of generalities. Everybody kind of knows what it's supposed to do. You heard a few of avenues of thought. Well, they're going to study and get to know and to set our standards and give recommendations, raise our standards. And then they're going to review every site.
Well, you can't.
Yeah, and you can't do that. But I don't think that that's the way that it's intended. But we need
Who
to clear.
knows?
We need.
Who knows?
We do need to clear.
Let me tell you something. If you give a group of people a title without a job description, you can sit there. If you're on that committee, you can come up with your own job description. It needs to be set out on the front end. And I can't believe. And after sitting back and watching this video over again, nothing was ever presented as a job description to the commission. So we technically have a group of people elected without a job description, and you can't move forward to the job description.
No, and that's where we have to hope and put trust in those that have the judgment there, that they'll maybe ask that question to one another and say, you know, what are we doing here? And if they cannot come within their committee to
the committee can't.
I know, but they're going to ask themselves that. This is what I'm saying. So then they need to, maybe they'll finally realize that then maybe we should ask for a job description from the commission.
Yeah, but
because
there's not one.
Well,
because it started out as a board. A board is
well, there's kind of one. We kind of think that,
but there's a board. A board is an authority group that has power to make decisions. A committee is an assistant to someone else that gives recommendations.
Subcommittees, they're formed all the time.
Yeah. All right. So do a specific task so that it can go in the chain of authority to the planning commission. And then from the planning commission through codes and then back to the commission for final votes on stuff. It sounds like all that's circumvented if this job description is just made up and just we're going to fly by the seat of our pants and figure this out as we go along. And the planning commission can go and come and say, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. Well, this committee needs a job description that's officially voted on by the commission.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I think that that's the main reason, because of the way things are formed and done in Bedford County. That's the reason this committee has been neutered. It has been limited. It has been time limited. It is given no authority. It is an advisory board, and if once it's done, it's done. I hope that they can get on things, and I hope there's good will and good intent, and that people want to find answers, because the state minimum requirements are a joke.
They're terrible.
They're a joke. You've got to have more land allotment for your.
If we go by the state regulations, we're going to be in trouble down the road.
So we do need something.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that, yes, these are procedures, government procedures that need to take place the right way. And that's what we're talking
and
here.
That's the whole thing. I'm not just picking on this particular thing. That's kind of way the mode of operations been around here since the 1940s.
Yes. I wasn't there, but
I can track back our history. I wasn't here. But
I thought you were.
No, I wasn't. But I know the rest, my entire life, there's been this mystique around local government, specifically county government. I've had relatives in county government, and I didn't know what was going on when I was a kid, but as I got older, I started watching them. So that don't even make sense.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's a club.
It is.
I mean, it's like.
And a lot of this time, and those in the club think, this protocol, this procedure is stupid. We don't need it. We know what we're doing. No, you need it, because in 30 years, there's going to be people coming back, and because they need to know what happened at this meeting. Why?
Yeah.
And they're going to be left blank. Records are important.
Prime example, lawsuit right now.
There you go. 1973 on a Saturday at a meeting at a schoolhouse in the middle of
an unofficial meeting.
Yeah.
That really shouldn't even counted. We've got a lawsuit right now between the county and the city, and that's the dumbest thing I've seen in a long time. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I got a split personality. I'm over here, and I'm the county, and I'm over here in the city, and I'm suing myself. Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Me on the planning commission, I can speak for that. I rely heavily on minutes. I can't remember everything. Yep. I go back and look at the official record. I know that's historical information on things are important to councilmen like Josh Blevins.
Yeah.
Going back and see but when you have if everybody just says, oh, it's this, what are you going to do? What are you doing for the future? I mean, seriously, it's something you've got to think about. And all we're talking here is proper protocol and procedure, really. And it's not too hard. I mean, we're not talking brain surgery here.
No.
But it causes problems.
I think that, and nobody in specific, I'm not going to specify a person, because I don't think there's a specific person that just constantly does this. I just think in a system that's designed like this, somebody can say, well, I got a good idea and I'm smart about this, so I'm going to make a decision to pursue this. And the next thing you know, it gets before 3 or 4 other people, and the next thing you know, it's shifted into a committee, and it's at the floor of the commission before anybody else hears about it.
Yeah,
and it just kind of bounces its way up the chain,
and then all of a sudden,
but it doesn't. And then then this transparency that people throw out. Public don't have a clue what's going. Wait a minute, what just happened?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Oh yeah,
that's just dysfunction, Bo.
It is, and it's not really the way that it's supposed or intended to work. It's intended to be a government of the people, even on simple level as the city. That's the most important. That's where our roots are. That's where we have our voice. The city, the county government. It should just be, it's our government. It is ours.
It's our fault, Bo.
But yeah, it is. We've let them
where
in.
I'm going.
We've let buddies in. We've let buddies. We've let everybody in.
That's the theme of the day. It's our fault.
Yeah, it's our fault.
Allie, it's our fault.
It's our fault.
Here's the problem. We have 29,000 people elected that are registered to vote.
Yep.
And only 4,000 or 5,000 of them go vote.
There's your problem right there.
Yeah.
I mean, let's repeat that again for the people. What, 29,000?
29,000 registered voters, and 4,000 or 5,000 will go vote when there's not a huge, like a presidential election or a governor's election. Yeah. If it's just a local county election, they can put 4,000 or 5,000. Yeah. I mean,
but even on the good, you might get 7 or 9, 10.
You can get 3 or 4 friends and family to get together and get enough votes. They're going to win the election.
That's it. I mean, that's it. 300, 400 per person. We've got to get off our.
Allie, what you're saying here, only bad actors don't want to come to the table and have a conversation. I'm not going to call them bad actors. I'm going to say it's people that feel like they know more than anybody else and they're smarter than everybody else. And they'll tell you they're smarter than everybody else.
Yes, and
they'll bring that out.
And public comment bothers them.
Oh, yeah.
Other people's worries or questions bothers them. And that's not good. That is not good. Questions are going to come. Problems are going to happen. People, look, we're dealing with people politics. Somebody's going to want something and somebody's going to be against it. The next time, the same person's going to want it and be against it. How do we meet in the middle? But
here's the thing: if you ask a question, Bo, you're a troublemaker.
No, you are. You're
a troublemaker. I know. You ask a question,
and I don't get that because that's the way. I mean, I see the personalities and they get it because that way when they're doing that, then you know.
But it's our fault. It's our fault.
It is.
Right,
it is. But Allie, we know what you're saying on the bad actors.
I mean. And people get labeled bad actors. I'll just say this. Okay. I think the bad actors are minimal. I think that what happens is a lot of people that are elected ended up being turned into pawns on a chessboard, and they don't even realize it.
Yes,
I think we have a lot of government employees they're pawns on a chessboard, and they're getting manipulated and moved because they don't ask questions.
Well, if you
they're told not to ask questions.
If you come in when everybody's comfortable in the news, say commissioner, whoever comes in and starts shaking up and asking questions, it gets them uncomfortable. They've got to give answers.
I know of a situation that happened this recently. A person asked a question.
Yeah.
Okay. And this person could have a government job, and this person could be in trouble with his employment because he asked a question to somebody. Okay.
Just because he asked a question.
Is that retaliation?
Oh, I would say that could happen. I don't know this that you're talking
about. If it
about.
happens, Bo, I'm gonna blow it wide open. I'll just tell you that.
If that is, yes, if questions are brought up, logical question. We're not talking about a slander or harassment. We're talking about just a question. There should be. I just can't see where that can be a criminal or any type of offense. It hurts feelings when you ask questions because they got to answer, and people they either lie or they answer you with the truth, and the truth hurts. And you may not like the answer, but give it to me. You know what I mean? This here we go, tit for tatting, papping, slapping, rebuttal, and personalities. Man, that right there, especially in the government, has got to go.
Yep.
I mean, and if that don't fire you up to vote, I don't know what does.
Everybody needs to vote. And the next thing we need to vote for the right people, and we got to have some good candidates. So
we need good
sitting
candidates
out here.
We do need good candidates.
I don't know if anybody out there is watching that's thinking about running for office, and if your heart is to represent the people of the city or of the county or it's the state, put your hat in the ring. Throw your name in the hat, and or whatever cliche you want to use. Sign up for the job,
and keep that mentality, because when you get in there, everybody's going to like you or hate you. Be independent, represent your people. That's your people. Keep your constituents around you.
What happens? It seems like, Bo, is when a newcomer comes into like the commission or the council or even on a board, they're automatically sucked into a system that doesn't like questions, and they want you to just get along and do what we say. And free thinkers are not allowed.
No, if you suck in and you take it well, they're so-called, I guess, teaching to you, then that's good boy. But if you pull out and start asking questions, then you're on the other side. Right. So, and I always challenge people to not violently sit on the other side, but to always ask questions.
Always ask questions.
And for no other reason.
And I think sometimes too, it
good questions too.
Yeah,
ask good questions.
You ask the right way.
Yes.
I think you have to ask a question and it's legitimate, not to trap somebody.
Don't be condescending. Don't try to trap, and we're not trying to. In our world, in the people we surround with, a lot of common sense.
Yep.
So they're common sense questions about an issue.
Well, let's go back to the water thing. It's a legitimate question to ask why we need this committee. And there is a legitimate answer to it that we know.
Yes.
Just like you said, the state regulations are not strong enough. It's okay to ask the question, why do we need it? Well, the answer is the state regulations are not strong enough. We need stronger regulations for Bedford County, specific to Bedford County, and our planning. Yes. Okay. So that's the reason.
That's
and
the
it
reason.
shouldn't offend anybody for that question to be asked.
No, not
Okay.
at all. But it will, and it does.
It's an opportunity. When somebody asks a question, it's an opportunity to state an answer and possibly the case that you see it, the way you see it. There's different vantage points in every situation.
Mhm.
Everybody's looking at it.
And that's
from
where
a
you got to
different vantage
listen.
point. Yeah.
That's where you have to listen, because there's true valid concerns on both
Right.
sides, and we're all living together.
Yeah.
So a decision has to be made. There has to be a little give and take. But in the end, or there's give or take to make a good solution work. Or if it's not right for Bedford County, then it's go.
Yeah, and the bad actors that Allie's talking about, I'm gonna say most of your bad actors are not even elected. They're people that want to manipulate those that are elected and control the narrative and control it for selfish reasons.
Yes.
And I mean, you can probably think of somebody that's done that over time, and you look at it and say, well, wow, they just get done whatever they want.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff people look at and say that's corrupt.
No, it is, and yet it still just exists, and it's allowed to go on. So
taking advantage of friendships too.
Yes,
that's a big thing.
It is. You got to be independent when even if you're a friend in there, you can't cow. You can't give. You can't. There's nothing.
Yeah.
You're representing the people then.
Yeah,
if you're in that position, if you're in a private business, you can treat people how you want to, and they'll treat you how they want to.
Yeah.
But in government, that's the role, and we're losing. We've talked about this for years now, and we're losing that touch. Just the reason it's a servant. We look at leaders. They're leaders.
They're not leaders.
They're leaders.
They're not leaders.
And the leaders, they're looking at government like a corporate business. This is not a corporation.
No, well, this is representative government. We need listeners, not leaders. Okay, leaders aren't in a pack. They're by themselves.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, leaders are taking a walk by themselves, and occasionally you will look. If you're a leader, you'll look behind yourself and you see people kind of following.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a leader is.
Yes.
And a leader can't be trained by an organization. They can't be
They're
manipulated because they're free thinkers.
Yes.
They think for themselves. They think past their nose and they look ahead. Those people are out in our society. Okay. Every once in a while, they'll end up.
A leader will be a representative.
Well, if they're elected, be a representative. That's what a true leader will do.
That's right.
Okay. But most of the people that we elect are not leaders. We're asking them to be a listener to us and vote on our behalf.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Yes.
I don't need a leader.
No.
I mean, I've got one, and his name is Jesus.
Yes.
All right.
Amen, brother. Amen,
right,
brother.
So,
Couldn't have said that.
But there are people in the community that inspire you.
Yes.
That inspire you to be a better person. That inspire you to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
A leader is going to inspire you to ask questions. I promise you.
Yes.
And they're going to be asking questions. So I think our mindset's been screwed up, and I think we're programmed at the young level in our elementary schools. I remember coming up, the congressman, he's a leader. He's somebody we bow down to. No, that's when you're in a monarch.
Yes.
Queens and kings other government. Our government is set up that the common folk are the ones running the country.
Yes.
Okay. They're representative.
I think of representative as the deacon of a church. Of somebody.
It's a good example.
Just as an example,
mm-hmm.
they serve the church. A deacon serves the church. It doesn't mean he's some type of, he's just a servant at heart.
Right.
And
the servanthood of these representatives are to represent.
And that's it. It's that if we could all keep it simple like that, I think it would go much better.
That's who we need to elect, Bo.
Yeah. I hope a servant can come up and put his name in the hat and tell us who he is and represent. I mean, keep representing.
We're going to keep talking on this from now till December.
Yeah.
When everybody can get their information. When I don't know what the day is, but in December you can pick up your papers to get certified to run.
Yeah. Got to get your names or get signatures.
Well, we need to go, Bo, but didn't mean to beat on a drum. We've talked about this many times before. We're going to keep on because stuff just keeps flying in our face. I mean, it's not like we just got an agenda to talk about this. No. It's just some kind of nonsense. There's
always something to talk about. I mean, and for some of those that say there isn't, you can say, well, there wasn't much happening news wise, but then that means there's something else to talk about. There's always something to talk about. And yeah, there's no agenda here. I mean, it's show up and let's see what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get out of here and we're going to come back Monday.
Yeah.
And I encourage everybody to watch our sports show,
Oh,
Bedford County Sports Talk Live on Saturday morning at 9:00. And we'll be following up with the weekend wrap-up show, myself and Josh, and maybe a special guest.
that's where you get the news.
Yep.
Forget the papers. Yep. Watch the weekend wrap-up.
The news that matters. Well, read it when you can listen to it.
Yeah, and watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
You can look at Josh and David, and who knows who the guest will be.
But Josh is on top of it.
Josh is on top.
He knows what's going on.
He does. He's a good man.
All right.
But thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your comments as always. We can't wait to see you next week. We'll be back Monday.
Yep.
Around the same time-ish. You know, like we said, we're not perfect on time.
Around 4 o'clock.
Around 4.
But that means a lot. Around
4.
All right. Thanks for watching. Everybody share this video with your friends.
Yes.
And we'll